come from God.
God help us.
Lord help.
I pray that God will bless for a few moments of time. It will not take a long time.
Help him, Lord.
Brother Junior said, well, when I raise in his likeness, I'll be satisfied. That's true. The Bible tells us, brother and sister, that when he appears, we know that we'll be like him.
Amen.
That's good enough.
We know that we'll be like him. A lot of people don't want you to know anything, Brother Junior, but the Bible teaches spiritual knowledge.
Oh, yes.
Does not yet appear what we shall be, but we know when he appears that we'll be like him.
Like him.
Brother Junior spoke of the firstborn. Who was the firstborn, brother? Who was the firstborn? Jesus Christ. Now we know that Adam was the firstborn of the generation of people. We understand that. Hope God will bless me for a few minutes of time,
Yes,
and Brother
Lord,
Keith will
please
come and
do.
close.
Take your time, Brother Terry.
I have something on my mind. I hope God put it there.
God help.
Sometimes, Brother Junior, you study these things, you think, Lord, let me preach on that. But he may not.
Amen.
He may not.
And that's very true.
He may not. You don't know these things, you know.
Lord
And,
help him.
but the Bible, and in here somewhere, Brother Junior, I believe he said he purchased the whole field
That's
just to
right.
get the pearl.
That's right.
What was the field, brethren? It was the whole world, right? That's what it is.
Yes.
Yes.
And I come to the age of one time, Brother Carl, that I entered and adopted that field. I was about 16 years old.
Yes.
I don't know what age it is for everybody else. But about the age of 16 years old, Brother Carl, I entered into that field of sin, Brother Junior. Some said I didn't like that. I did, brother.
Bless you.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, Brother Carl.
I did too.
Yes, I did, brethren. I enjoyed the field of sin.
Satan wounded you.
Because Satan was on the inside of me,
Yes, Lord, dead, brother.
and he was controlling me, brethren.
Yes.
Under death.
I know the Bible teaches this, and it goes this way too, Brother Carl. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. Satan was living inside of me, Brother Junior, at one time. I followed him and I loved him, brethren.
God bless my brother.
Somebody said I never loved the world. I did. But yes, brother and sister, and I'm here to tell you, there's coming a decision time for you, one way or another. I want you to understand, there'll be a time coming in your life, Brother Carl, you all pray.
Lord help him. God.
Yes, brethren, there's coming a time in everyone's life when they're going to have to make a decision to leave that field, to become part of the pearl, Brother Keith. Somebody said, what is the pearl, brethren? It's the church, brethren. Well, today, brethren, I want you to understand today, when I was in the field, I made a Satan a good servant, Brother Carl, and I loved him in his way. Well, Brother Keith, yeah, but there come a time in my life, Brother Junior, I went there, I was another voice called to me, and somebody said, Brother Terry, did you know that voice? Yes, I did. And today, and the Bible speaks of this voice, brethren. Oh, Keith, what does it call it, brethren? It calls it a low and a still voice. And Brother Carl, sometimes they call it a low and still voice. But sometimes, sometimes it was so loud to me that I would turn around, Brother Carl, and to see if there was someone sitting beside of me. But I want you to know today, I want you to know, I turned it away, brethren. And here's what I told you. Brother Junior told you there's a decision to make, one way or another. Brother Carl, I turned it away. Why did you turn it away? Because I love that darkness more than I did the light. And I want you to know it led me somewhere Brother Carl, eventually I knew I didn't want to be there, Brother Junior, and I want you to know today, Brother Carl, yes, Brother Keith, I want you to understand today, you people out there in the world, in the field of sin, today, I want you to know the Bible says to choose the good part, which shall never be taken away. Oh, Brother Keith, I said it once, but I lost it. Brethren, that's contrary, Brother Junior, to what this Bible teaches. And I want you to know, Brother Carl, today, oh, brethren, today, out there in that field of sin, Brother Junior, the voice is going to call to you and say, would you want, do you love me? And you know what you're going to say, one way or another. Oh, brethren, today, I want you to know, Brother Keith, it's high time that my children and my grandchildren and your children, Brother Carl, listen to the voice of Jesus, that low, still voice. Oh, I'm here to tell you, that time and chance have happened to how many?
Yes.
Have happened to them all. So, Brother Carl, we're not here to satisfy our own expectations, but we're here to preach Jesus, to be the way, the truth, and the life, and the only way from this earth to the glory land.
Yes. Amen.
I want you to know, Brother Carl, some said, there's some holier than thou art. They say, I've got this, and I've got this. I want you to know, everything that I've obtained come through and by the grace of Jesus Christ, brethren. No other way. Somebody said, well, I'll come anytime I want to, Brother Junior. I thought that too in my lifetime. One time I thought, I'll just turn around. I told him when I was out in the field, I said, Lord, oh, come back at a more convenient time, and I'll call on you. And I thought, Brother Carl, I could just do it anytime I wanted to, Brother Junior. But I'm telling you, I want you to know, the Bible teaches us, else no man can come unto me, except my Father, which sent me, draw him. And no man can come unto the Father unless he come through and by me. Oh, brethren, I'm here to tell you today, Brother Keith, that Jesus is the key to everything there is. I'm telling you today that Jesus is still alive, brother.
Oh, yes.
They thought they'd killed him, Brother Junior. And I'm going to bring my remarks to a close. But I want you to know, yes, he's still alive, brother. Where's he alive at, brother? In the people of him, brethren.
Yes.
Today, somebody said, what pearl are you talking about? I'm talking about the real pearl. I'm not talking about a cultural pearl. Brother Junior, there's a lot of them put on cultural pearl, but they're not of the real pearl today. But I'm telling you, oh, somebody said, why did he purchase the field, brother? To get the pearl.
Yes.
It was the church.
That's right.
Why does the Bible say
He
died for the sin of what, brother? What did he die for, Brother Junior? For the sin of the whole world. And so therefore, and that don't leave nobody out. But I'm going to close my remarks, and God will let me, Brother Junior. And today, yes, brethren, today, it all hinges on belief and unbelief.
Yes, sir.
You're either a believer in Christ or you're not.
Amen.
That's the way it is. Somebody said, well, the world has so much to offer, I want to stay right out in it. As long as you love it, you'll stay there.
Yes, you will.
As long as you love it, you'll stay there. But the world ain't got nothing, the field ain't got nothing, Brother Junior, to offer you but your death.
That's right.
The death, brethren. And I'm here to tell you, Brother Junior told you, I want Brother Keith to come and close. I want you to understand, yes, today, brethren, that I want you to know Jesus was alive on this earth and walked around, Brother Junior,
Yes.
and preached and preached for 3.5 years, best
Sure
I can
did.
recall. And for about 33.5 years, he was here, brethren, and he was tempted in every form that we've been
Yes, he
tempted
was.
in. And we think that we're experiencing something new, Brother Junior. That's not true, brethren.
No.
But he was holy, brethren.
Oh, yes.
Holy. And the Bible said, let us be holy too, brethren.
That's right.
Ain't that what it said,
Yes,
brethren?
he is
And I want you to know something. They say we're not holy, brethren. I'm telling you right now, if we have Jesus Christ on the inside, that man on the inside is holy, brethren.
That's right.
I want you to know. And I want you to know he won't dwell in an unclean temple, brethren.
No, sir.
So therefore, our brethren, and I'm going to give you a little instructions. I'm going to close. If our brethren all over this world would separate the natural from the spiritual, Brother Junior, and the law from the grace covenant, we'd be a lot better off.
Amen.
We'd be a lot better off.
Amen.
The law never saved nobody, brethren,
sir.
eternally. It brought us to Christ, Brother Junior,
Yes, it did.
to save us eternally.
The priest couldn't
I
live
want you to
the
know,
Lord.
there was nothing weak about the law, brethren. There was nothing wrong with the law. The law done its purpose, brethren. It served its purpose. It was a schoolmaster to bring us to Jesus Christ. Did he finish his job, brethren?
Sure did.
Just sure finished it, brethren. Just a short time here.
Absolutely, brother.
So I want you to know, but we don't live under the law no more. We live under the grace covenant.
Amen.
The law was a natural what, brethren? It was a natural covenant, Brother Junior. It was a natural covenant. But now we have a spiritual covenant, brother, which is Jesus Christ. Now we have an advocate with the Father. Have an advocate with the Father.
Yes.
For we have an advocate with the Father. He's making intercession for us, Brother Carl. And I'm glad that he is.
Amen.
I'm glad that he is.
Amen.
Bless the Lord, brethren, today. He is wonderful. I'm telling you, I miss preaching, Brother Junior. I want you to know today, if these brethren don't miss preaching, and if they're not called, I don't know how they stay home. Somebody asked me the other day, can you retire? No. I can't retire from preaching.
There you go, brother.
I may step down and retire from being a pastor, Brother Junior. And some of them out calling us evangelists. Well, I'm going to tell you, you better look at the book of Ephesians. You think there's not evangelists, brother.
Amen.
They're there, brother.
Amen, brother.
They're there. May God bless you and keep you, Brother Keith.